So what is an integer? An integer is a number that does not have a decimal point. Integers can be negative or positive, but they do not have a decimal point in them. We've already worked with a few integers. So let's say I create a variable named age, and I assign it the value of 30 because I'm 30 years old. If I assign it the value of 30, this is an example of an integer. Notice that it does not have a decimal point. A decimal point would look like 0.5. That would not be an integer, right? So typically when we're dealing with numbers without a decimal, they will be saved as integers, okay? We don't need to do anything differently. The computer automatically identifies that this is an integer and stores it as an integer data type. Another example would be, let's say, year. And I'm going to assign it the value 2020. This is also an integer because it does not have a decimal. It's not 2020.6, it's just a decimal. So the computer identifies in Python that this is an integer, and we don't need to do anything with it. We don't need to say, hey, Python, this is an integer. We don't need to do that. Some programming languages make us do that, but in Python, it automatically identifies it as integer, and that is the integer data type.